The third picture I'm going to work with is this third picture of a pinkish flower. So again, I will select it in the library module and then open it in the develop module. Now, this is a good picture, but I want to give it some more contrast and make it look, more full, more dense with colors and much prettier, hopefully. So the first thing I want to do is add some exposure. And as I do, again, please watch what's happening with the highlight section of the histogram. I want to do my best not to have a spike. So I'm dragging now the slider to the right, and you see the picture is becoming brighter, and I will stop right at the point where the spike is going to start appearing, which is right now. Actually, I should stop right now, because if I continue adding exposure, I will get the spike, which will give me pure white pixels that lack detail, and I don't want that. So I'm good with the exposure. The next is working with the blacks. So let me drag that slider too. Again, watch the histogram for the shadows, and let's make sure we don't have the spike. I have it, I already have it, so I already dragged it too much. Let me be careful, that's enough. Okay, so that's good for me with regards to exposure and blacks. The next thing I can work with is brightness and contrast to give this image some, some more contrast. In fact, now that I think of it, this image doesn't need more brightness than it already has, so I'm going to avoid working with brightness, but I will drag my contrast a bit up, and you see that the image is becoming much more contrasted and much more interesting. The last thing I believe I can work with a similar image that has so much detail, bushes, leaves, so many things happening here. If I add some clarity, it will basically make each of these little sections distinct from the other. So I think clarity is a good thing to work with when I have an image that has too many elements and too many intertwined, in this case, leaves and bushes happening. So let me go ahead and drag the clarity slider a bit up, and this is very good. I will also give it some saturation, not too much, and stop at this point. Let's compare. I'm going to click on the backslash key, and let you see how dull the picture was and now how vibrant and rich it became. So only with some little tricks in Lightroom we can have great results before being very dull, boring if you would, and after being rich and filled with colors. So in this exercise we were basically attempting to make our image more vibrant, more contrasted, and less dull.